Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create Xero Invoice on Zoho Form submission. So I'm selling my digital product and I have created an order form by using Zoho Forms. Now what I want is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission or a new order through Zoho Forms, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission or my order detail, I want to create a new invoice in Xero. So here I want to do this automatically, and for that I need to simply build a connection between Zoho Forms and Xero. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission or a new order through Zoho Forms, then automatically it will create a new invoice in Xero. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create Xero Invoice on Zoho Form submission. So here by integrating Zoho Forms with Xero, I can automatically generate an invoice in Xero whenever a form is submitted or I receive a new order from my form submission. So for example, if a customer fill out my Zoho form to place an order or request to a service, their details such as product, service and payment information will be used to create an invoice directly in Xero. So this will streamline the invoicing process and it will ensure accurate billing, timely invoice generation, and it will reduce the need for manual data entry. So it will save me time and improves my efficiency of managing finances for my business. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect Zoho Forms with Xero, and here in Zoho Forms I have created this particular form of my order form, which is for my product of PHP for programming. So also I have added this product, or I have created this product in my Xero account so that I can create an invoice for that particular orders or for that particular product. So here for automatically creating invoices on Zoho Form submission, what I need to do is I need to build an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So here with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build a connection without any coding and programming skills between Zoho Forms and Xero. And now for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab. And I need to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And it will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the landing page, I have these two options of sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you can just click on this sign up for free button. And this will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 free tasks every month. Or if you already have an account or you are an existing user, then you can just click on sign in. And you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. And this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, I need to create a new workflow, and for that, I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button. And this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create Xero Invoice on Zoho Form submission. Now I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this tab, I'm going to find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account. And here I have this particular folder of automation. So I'm going to select that. And now I need to click on create. And here it will take us to this most important window of our workflow. And here in this window, I have these two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So here in my workflow, I need to first set up my trigger, and here I can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here for setting up my trigger, I need to first search for my trigger application, and here I'm going to use Zoho Forms as my trigger application. So I'm going to search for that. And now I'm going to select Zoho Forms here. Now I have to give a trigger event, so I'm going to open this tab. And new form submitted is going to be my trigger event. So I'm going to select that. And now what I need to do is I need to connect Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. And for that, I need to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Zoho Forms and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions, and first I need to copy this webhook URL. And now with the help of this webhook URL, I'm going to receive the response of all the form submissions that I'm going to get through Zoho Forms here in Pabbly Connect. Now let me first take you to Zoho Forms. And here in Zoho Forms, I have all these forms. And in this, I have this particular form or order form, which is for PHP for programming. So I want to connect this form with Pabbly Connect, and for that I need to click on this edit button. And now I have to go to integrations, and in integrations I need to scroll down, and I have this particular option of webhooks. So I'm going to open that, and here in integrations I have this particular option of webhook URL. So in this tab I need to add my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here, and now I have to select my content type. So here I need to use application/JSON as my content type, and here my authorization type is going to be general. Now what I need to do is I need to first select my payload parameters, and in this parameters I need to add the details that I want to send to Pabbly Connect on every form submission. So here I have these parameters of first name, last name, email, phone number. Now I'm going to add the parameter of address too. So I'm going to click on this plus icon button. Now I have to give my parameter name, so I'm going to type address here. And now I'm going to choose the field that I want to set here. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I have all these parameters of address. So I'm going to add these one by one. So I'm going to first add the street address. I'm going to add my parameters again, and similarly I'm going to set my parameters. Now here I have added all the required parameters. Now that as I have filled all the required details, now here we have to make sure that first we have enabled this webhook status, and as we have enabled this, I'm going to save all these details. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click on save. And here I have successfully saved all the required details, and I have connected my Zoho form with Pabbly Connect. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see it is waiting for webhook response. Now for getting this webhook response, what I need to do is I need to create a new form submission. And as I will create a new form submission, or I will create a new order, then automatically I'm going to get that response of that form submission here in Pabbly Connect. So for getting this webhook response, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new form submission, and I'm going to create a test submission or a test record. And as I will create that submission, I'm going to receive that response here in Pabbly Connect. So for creating a new form submission, I'm going to take you back to Zoho Forms. And here I'm going to click on this access form button. And here we can see that this is my order form. Now for creating a new form submission, I need to fill all these details. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all the dummy details to create a new order. So here first I have to give a name. So my name is going to be test. Last name is going to be user. Email will be testuser@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to give a random phone number. Also I'm going to give the address, that will be Old Street. My address line 2 is going to be random. My city will be Bhopal. And my state is going to be Madhya Pradesh. Also I have to give the random postal code, so I'm going to type that. And I'm going to give the country, that is going to be India. So I'm going to select that from this drop down. And now I have filled all the required details. Now that as I have filled all the detail of my customer and I have filled all these details in my order form, now I'm going to click on submit. And here I have successfully created this new form submission. Now that as I've created this form submission, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received this response. So this is the response of my form submission that I've just created through Zoho Forms. And in this, we can see I have received all the detail of my customer who has just created a new order for my product of PHP for programming through Zoho Forms. So here I have all these details of my customer, like I have the first name that is test, I have the last name that is user, I have the random phone number, I have the random postal code, I have the state that is Madhya Pradesh, I have the email address that is testuser@pabblytudes.com, I have my country that is India, I have the city that is Bhopal, I have the address that is Old Street random. And now we can see that I have received all these details of my customer, and I have received all these details from my Zoho form. And here these are all the details of my customer who has created a new order by using my Zoho form submission. Now what I need to do is I need to automatically use all these details, and now what I want is I want to create a new invoice in Xero for that particular customer who has just created a new form submission or a new order. So here I want to automatically create a Xero invoice, and here for creating a new invoice in Xero, I need to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab. And here my action application is going to be Xero. So I'm going to search for that. And I'm going to select Xero here. Now I'm going to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And create an invoice is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select that. Now I'm going to connect Xero with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. I'm going to click on add new connection. And now for connecting Xero with Pabbly Connect, I need to click on Connect with Xero. Now here I have to scroll down, and in this I have to click on Allow Access to give access to my account. So I'm going to do that. And here I have successfully connected Xero with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. Now here for creating a new invoice, I need to fill all these details. And first I need to select my organization. So in my Xero account, I only have one organization through which I want to create these invoices. So I need to select that. And now I need to select my type. So here I want to create a sales invoice. So I'm going to select that as my type. And now I have to fill all these details. And here I need to fill the detail of my customer and my sale that I've just created through Zoho Forms. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply use my response of Zoho Forms. And from that particular response, I'm going to get all the required details that are needed for creating a new invoice. And now from my Zoho Form response, I'm going to get all the required details and I'm going to map those details here in these tabs. So here for that, I need to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I need to click here. I'm going to open this response of Zoho Forms. And here, this is the first name of my customer. So I'm going to map that. I will give a space and I'm going to map the last name. So this is the name of my customer. And now I'm going to create the invoice for this particular customer. Now I have to give the email address. So I'm going to map that too. Now I'm going to scroll down and I have to give my line amount types. So I'm going to open this tab. And here my line item is exclusive of text. So I'm going to select that as my type. And now I'm going to give my currency code. So here I'm going to create my invoice for Indian rupee. So that is already selected as my currency code. Now I'm going to scroll down and I have to give the status. So I just want to draft my invoices in Xero. So I've selected draft as my status. But if you want to use other status for your invoice, then you can select that from here too. I'm going to select draft here. Now I have this option of send to contact. So if I want to send my invoice to my contact or to my customer, then I can select this option of true. But if I don't want to send that, so for that I can select false. So I'm going to select that. And now I have to fill all these details. So here I have to give the line item quantity. So here this is my digital product. So the quantity is always going to be 1. So I have selected that. But if you're selling some physical products, then from your form submission, you can map your line item quantity too. Now here I have to give the line item amount. So for this, let me first take you to Xero. And in Xero, I'm going to go to business, and in business, I will go to products and services. So I'm going to open that. Now here in product and services, we can see I have all these products or services for which I can create the invoices through Xero. And in this, I'm going to use this product of PHP for programming. So here I need this product code and the price. So here the price of my product is $12.99. And also, if you want to create the invoices for multiple products, or if you are not sure about the single product invoice, then what you can do is you can create a lookup table for all these codes and you can add that as an action step in your workflow, and you can create the invoices for any product that you are going to receive through Zoho Forms. Now I'm going to create the invoice for this PHP for programming product. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here I need to give the line item amount. So my amount is $12.99, which is going to be same for every order. Now I have to add the line item code. So here I need to open this tab, and in this I'm going to find all the products that I have in my Xero account, and in this I'm going to use this PHP for programming product. So I'm going to select that, and now this is going to be my line item code. Now I have to give the line item accounted code. So I'm going to open this tab and I want to create this for sales. So I'm going to select that. Now I'm going to scroll down, and here I have my line item text type. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to select text exempt because my product is text exempt. So I'm going to select that. And now I have filled all the required details. So here I have filled all the required details and I have mapped these details. So as I mapped these details, I have made all these details dynamic. Now what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new response from Zoho Form, then automatically all these details that I have mapped here will get replaced with the new form submission detail in the real time. And with every new form submission that I'm going to receive through Zoho Forms, I will create a new invoice in my Xero account. So automatically, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from Zoho Forms, I will create a new invoice in Xero for that particular customer. Now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have successfully created a new invoice for my customer that I have received through Zoho Forms. So here to check whether I've created a new invoice in Xero or not, let me take you to Xero. Now here in Xero, I need to go back to business. And in this, I have this particular option of invoices. So I need to open that. And here in invoices, we can see I've just created this new invoice for test user. So I need to open that. And here we can see I've created this new invoice for my customer who has created the form submission through Zoho Forms. So here we can see that I have the name of my customer, that is test user, and I have all these other details of my invoice. So I have my item name, that is PHP for programming. I have the quantity, that is 1. I have the price, that is $12.99. I have my account type, that is of sales. I have the tax rate, that is 0% because it is tax exempt. And I have my total amount, that is $12.99 rupees. So here we can see that as I have received a new order or a new form submission through Zoho Forms for my PHP for programming product, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission, I have successfully created a new invoice in Xero. So here I have automatically created the Xero invoice by using my Zoho Form submission, and I have done this by setting up this connection and this automation between Zoho Forms and Xero. Now what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new order or a new form submission through Zoho Forms, then automatically by using the detail of that form submission, it will automatically create a new invoice in Xero, and it will create that invoice for that particular customer. So like this, I can automatically create Xero invoice on Zoho Form submission, and here for setting up this automation and this connection, I have used Pabbly Connect. Now with Pabbly Connect, I can automatically manage my invoice generation, and for every new form submission or for every new order, it will automatically create new invoices in Xero. So let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here with Pabbly Connect, I have connected Zoho Forms with Xero to automatically create Xero invoice on Zoho Form submission. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Zoho Forms, and my trigger event was new form submitted. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Xero, and my action event was create an invoice. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this with Pabbly Connect. If you want to reach out to us, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any issues or queries related to our workflow, then you can check the forum link. And if you have any issues related to the pricing of Pabbly Connect or Pabbly, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.